911 police emergency. Yes, I'm calling to report a...
She put me in that state where I don't know.
I will need to police crisis. Yes, I'm calling to report she put me in that state where I don't realize I truly wish I did now. I truly would like to mom. I emerged from the restroom and this individual was his clothing. He just fundamentally did what he need to do. Don't battle me, don't battle. Me is a hyper burdensome he is. I imply that's simply true and as of late. I've become apprehensive. I mean extremely much apprehensive. I terrified of these folks. These folks think they threaten me and they feel that they think I feel that they're frightened around. There's the point at which he have zero control over his attitude. Mike Tyson, the previous undisputed heavyweight boss of the world, confronted a turbulent period in 1992 when he was indicted for a wrongdoing he fervently denied despite the fact that discussion encompassed his conviction. Tyson's jail sentence significantly affected his life, prompting to unforeseen changes that couple of might have predicted, and she was brilliant, yet he was gullible. There was a discernible wheeze from the exhibition, and I think a tad from the jury when she strolled in the court since she was little. When one ponders Mike Tyson, the picture that frequently strikes a chord is that of the unbelievable boxing champion and his quick ascent to distinction. Anyway, it's difficult to disregard the additional difficult sections of his life, especially the occurrence that prompted his detainment. What were the explanations for Mike Tyson's detainment and how did stage shape the two, his expert vocation and individual life venture? In 1992, the world was paralyzed as the unmistakable games figure Mike Tyson got a six-figure jail sentence following a legitimate conviction. This undeniable a significant destruction from his regarded status and left an enduring effect on Tyson's public picture. And I see the divine beings got the shirt over and spreading out very much like they resting, and I'm looking the episode revolved around allegations evened out by Desiree Washington, a 18-year-old excellence hopeful from Rhode Island, Washington, guaranteed that on July 19, 1991, Mike Tyson had attacked her in his lodging in Indianapolis. Their cooperation started before that day during a practice for the Miss Stark America Expo, where she purportedly consented to go along with him in his lodging later. After entering Tyson's in-suite, Washington expected a party, yet found just Tyson in participation. She affirmed that regardless of her protests and opposition, Tyson constrained her onto the bed and exposed her to attack. And I think things that at some point art and course, yet, I could never do nothing to that degree, and anything I did, I might have made the most of ladies previously, yet I never made the most of her all through the preliminary. Mike Tyson eagerly denied any bad behavior, keeping up with that. Their experience was consensual, and in any event, proposing that Desiree Washington had delighted in it while recognizing that utilization of unseemly language during their communication. Tyson demanded that no crime had occurred. He communicated regret for any pain caused to the casualty, expressing, quote, "I have not attacked anybody, attempted to attack anybody using any and all means. I'm upset for the casualty as an individual. I, in no way, shape, or form intended to hurt her or do anything to her. I'm certain she realizes that with all due respect, Tyson's lawful group tried to depict Washington as a pioneer chasing after monetary benefit or reputation through deceitful incriminations. They featured irregularities in her account and implied potential intentions connected with past legitimate questions. The preliminary, which gathered huge public consideration, included powerful claims from the two sides. The indictment introduced declarations from different ladies who had encountered unfortunate behavior or hostility from Tyson. Albeit formal charges were not documented in those occasions, these records alone helped to Washington's claims. There has been an episode report made, and it's my comprehension that Mr. Mike Tyson has been affirmed to have carried out the wrongdoing. The protection, conversely, highlighted Desiree Washington's personality, fighting that her ability to visit Mike Tyson's lodging late around evening time proposed ulterior thought processes, which she later depicted as a SSL allegation. By a critical part of the preliminary was the presentation of clinical proof from a medical caretaker who analyzed Washington after the occurrence. The assessment uncovered vaginal scraped spots and actual wounds reliable with intense U.S. contact offering vital help to Washington's cases in testing the guard's account. I don't have any idea what to say regarding what is happening. Just fundamentally remove the entire life from me in that particular situation. I at absolutely no point in the future believed anybody on February 10th, 1992. Following 9 hours of thought, the jury conveyed a decision viewing Mike Tyson to be blameworthy of 1 count of R and 2 counts of criminal degenerate. Lead Judge Patricia Gifford condemned him to 10 years in jail with 4 years suspended. Tyson at last served 3 years of his 10-year sentence prior to being delivered released early. Tyson is free of guilt by default, yet his record won't help his protection. Currently, Tyson's been in a tough situation before, just it has never been this serious. This conviction denoted a defining moment in Mike Tyson's profession. On in life, he was not generally exclusively known as the most youthful heavyweight champion in history, or for his fierce boxing style. Rather, he turned out to be perpetually connected with the deplorable wrongdoing that hopelessly harmed his standing in his personal history. He composed statement she knows it, God knows it, and the outcomes of her activity are something that she must reside with until the end of her life anyway. Very obvious now. Sport life isn't everybody's favorite, and with regards boxing, it becomes more enthusiastically for anyone to save his standing. Muhammad Ali confronted the possibility of a jail sentence for his faithful issue with the draft, which denoted a critical break in his celebrated boxing vocation anyway. He frequently made light of the reality of this danger, entertaining his companions with a funny depiction of the scene he envisioned upon his inevitable delivery off. On one more trip of extravagant, Ali feigned exacerbation and said there will be millions on the roads, reciting, "Here come the champion, all attempting to contact me. Then I'll say," pitching his voice high, "I would rather not battle no one." Mike Tyson typifies the encapsulation of perseverance despite misfortune. When life tosses tireless difficulties and difficulties numerous people could decide to give up anyway. Tyson is everything except a customary man. He involved his time and control as a chance for personal development and self-improvement. Arising is a greater variant of himself. This change Enya was physical as well as well-established in a significant mental shift. I feel like you appear to be content. You seem like in a great spot in your life. Definitely I'm in the triumphant position right now. Better believe it. While imprisoned, Tyson went through an eminent scholarly change. She drenched himself in writing, energetically investigating history and reasoning, embracing a freshly discovered devotion to self-reflection and self-awareness. He took up the propensity for journaling to catch his considerations and encounters during this period. Goodness, you need to wind up in an almost impossible situation after the way up, Mom. No doubt, absolute bottom is wonderful. The battle of returning is lovely. Amidst his jail sentence, Mike Tyson experienced a world unfathomably not the same as his life as a boxing champion. This fragment gives an itemized record of Tyson's time at the Indiana Youth Focus and the uncommon endeavors he attempted to change his life upon his landing in the office. Tyson complied with a thorough day-to-day plan. Early mornings were set apart by rising expeditiously, followed by breakfast and taking part in proactive tasks, including weightlifting and calisthenics. Moreover, he took on janitorial obligations at the jail's rec center. Tyson described statement, "I was doing running 8 or 10 miles around, and at evening time, I would run for 4 hours in my room. I would bounce and stuff, hopping up. My phone has a substantial floor, right? I indented it with my feet into the substantial floor. I was 285 lb. I came out 215 b." During his residency at the Indiana Youth Center, Tyson produced associations with individual detainees and staff individuals exhibiting acceptable conduct all through his detainment. He even framed a fellowship with a Muslim agent who acquainted him with Islam. In the end, Tyson embraced Islam as his religion and embraced the name Malik Abdul Ayaz. "I'm a man, I commit errors. Do I do? I ask consistently no. Do I go to the most consistently no? Would I kick the bucket for Allah? Yes. Is Allah in my heart? Yes." The Indiana Youth Center gave prisoners chances to better themselves through training and recovery programs. One of Tyson's most critical accomplishments during his imprisonment was procuring his GED through a secondary school equivalency program presented by the jail. This achievement displayed his assurance to roll out a good improvement in his life. Portraying his time inside, Tyson made sense of on an episode of the Turn webcast, quote, "I'm really thankful. I'm a cool person. I'm a decent individual. I treated everyone pleasant. I had the best 3 years of my life in jail." Besides, Tyson additionally participated in substance guiding projects pointed toward assisting prisoners with tending to their habit ICE issues and obtain fundamental adapting abilities for post-discharge mix as a component of his imprisonment conditions. Mike Tyson needed to require his crate and profession to be postponed. Well, that is exactly the way that a junkie talks.